Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason. Happy Thursday. Yeah, I like these. You know, we weren't here on Monday, and we're already on Thursday. So I kind of like that. Maybe we need to think about a 4-day work week, right? I know some places do that. That won't work. We got too much stuff going on every day. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. And again, day 23 on the government shutdown. We've got new sanctions against Russia that are coming. We're waiting for the end of the month. Are we going to get a deal? I don't know. The Department of Agriculture telling people you may not get your food stamps. Yeah, I would highly recommend we don't do that. That would be that may be a reason to see rioting in the streets. Because I know most people, well, we don't have bread lines. It's not the Great Depression. 43 million people. That's a lot of people, guys. 43 million rely on those to have groceries. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure out a way. Put it this way. I don't think the shutdown ends, and they'll figure out a way to pay for it. Yeah. There you go. How? I don't know. Tariffs, something. They'll find something. There's money somewhere, right? If not, they can make some more up, can't they? Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592, right? The website, allamericangold.com. The meeting for next Monday, our mini meetings in Phoenix, is booked. So you cannot sign up for Monday's meeting in Chandler. We have Tuesday's meeting in Chandler at the Chandler Library, 5:30 to 7:30. Remember, what are these mini meetings for? Text it. Did you see the price yet? No? I try to help. I do. I try to tell you. Right now, text it at $5.29 by today. If some of you want to take some profits down, I've got an opportunity for some gold and silver for you to do so. But again, remember, what are these mini meetings for? We only want 4 or 5 miners at a time. Already be on Coinbase or Kraken or whatever exchange you want to be on it. And then come to those meetings. We're going to get you on to the exchange. We're going to bring your coins. Very, very important. Matter of fact, I would tell you, for those of you that have multiple coins, multiple wallets, the cold storage wallet coins, take one, peel off the sticker on the back, clean it off, and bring it to the meeting. Why? Because we want to teach you how to turn your wallet hot, how to transfer some of your TXE tokens, put them on the exchange, and put them for sale. We're going to teach you how to do limit orders. We're going to teach you how to buy Texit. We're going to teach you how to sell Texit. We're going to teach you how to take money from whether it's your Coinbase, your Kraken, and send it to the exchange. We're going to teach you how to send it to your bank. That's a lot. That's why we only want a few people. So the Monday meeting full. Tuesday we have openings. Tuesday's meeting 5:30 to 7:30. Get there. Believe me, the sooner you get there, the better. Think about if you were already trading. Of course, I told you 2 weeks ago, get ready, right? You think about it. I was telling you, Texas was like $3.90, $4. Man, you could have loaded up, bought a bunch of Texas at $4, and then turned around and sold it today for $5.29. You'd have been living the high life. Well, guess what? You'll have another opportunity next month to sign up. 800-951-0592. We'll talk about that again before the show ends. Again, not a lot of data out. We did get existing home sales, and it was better. Obviously, interest rates are down because everyone knows we're going to cut rates again. Unfortunately, not significantly better, up 1.5%. So we'll call that good. Kind of bouncing along the bottom. The drop in rates, however, prices up 2.1% year over year, $415,200. That is, by the way, we're now 2.5 straight years of price gains, year-over-year price growth, average, by the way, well over 4%. Last month, individual investors or second home buyers bought only 15% of the homes this month. That's a lower number. That's been in the 20s. First-time home buyers, about 30%. So kind of not great there either. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, we're going to be right back after the break. 800-951-0592. I was just kind of reading the headline on CNBC. Lower mortgage rates push home sales higher, but prices remain stubbornly high. And I'm like, what did they expect? Right, listen, I got news for everybody. They're going lower. Yeah, they're going lower. The price, not going lower. Nothing is going lower. People just don't want to accept what the realities are. And I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the truth. You haven't even seen what's really coming. Right now, they're looking at the markets. The Dow's up 20. The Nasdaq's up 128. The S&P's up 18. The 10-year note, 4%. So back higher again. Why? Probably having to do with the fact that crude oil is up for the second straight day in a row. As the Trump administration says, they're going to clamp down on Russian oil. We'll see. They think they have an agreement with India for them to buy less Russian oil, whatever that means. But again, I know what it means for us. Higher energy costs, higher gas prices, right? That's what it's going to be. By the way, anyone who thinks that we can get rid of Russian oil, you're crazy. Now, can they cut it back some? Yes. Will they? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gold, depend on where you look. So let's go through this. TV gold's up 100. TV silver up $1.30. I'll give you the spot price. Spot gold's up 50. 41.45. So think about, yesterday we started the show, it was like a little over 4,000, right? We talked about how gold held 4,000. Now going back the other way. Spot silver up 75 cents. $49.13 on silver. Again, we talked about silver held 48. We'll see. I think this is, someone said it best. Somebody was on Kitco. I'm trying to see it. There you go. Gold and silver are no longer overbought. Right? That was, people, we knew we needed a correction. It's no longer overbought. But it's still under-owned, and that is Saxo Bank. I think that is exactly right. We talked about this yesterday. This is not the gold markets of '07, '06, '07. This is not the gold markets of 2011, the silver markets of 2011. This is something much, much more driven by supply and demand and not speculation, and by debasement, the need to hold something other than fiat money. And that continues. And why? Well, just as promised, U.S. national debt just passed $38 trillion. We just did 37, the fastest $1 trillion, is it maybe in U.S. history? Pretty close. This may be one of the fastest $1 trillion ever. We hit $37 trillion, 2 months ago? So we hit it in August, September, October, up another $1 trillion in just over 2 months. Okay, I guess one time during the pandemic we went faster. So not quite the record. But again, as I've been saying, I've been telling you, listen, guys, we're going to be at $39 trillion at the end of the year. And the reason is September's deficit number, they got really lucky the way the things fell. And there's going to be an extra like $300 billion in October. Now, October, you get those late filing tax collections, so that's usually a really, outside of April, like the next best month, that's not going to happen this year. But the U.S. national debt, $1 trillion in a little over 2 months. Now, we've been, talking about, $1 trillion every 3 months. Interest on the debt continuing to skyrocket. Now they're saying that they're projecting interest on the debt to run about $1.4 trillion this year. Yeesh. Not a lot of good news, but this is why, when we talk about why are we seeing a change? Why is this not, let's say, the gold markets of the 80s, the silver markets of the 70s, really? I guess it's more of the 70s. Why is this not the gold market? The 06, 07 gold market. Remember the 06, 07 gold market? Gold hit 1,000 and went down to 700, remember? 2011, gold went to almost 1,900, went back to 1,000. Silver hit 50, remember? Went all the way, I think silver went all the way back. I don't know what the low was, but it was like 12 or 13 bucks. Why isn't it those markets? And you can go right here. $38 trillion is why. $38 trillion. Oh, by the way, we're still not done. Wait, it's going to be $39 trillion. I mean, we're going to hit the debt ceiling, next year? Again? Right there, didn't they raise it like $5 trillion? What happened? Oh, I thought the government shut down. Doge, right? We're not spending. Nonsense. We're actually wanting to spend more. Do you not understand? What do they want the Fed to do? Cut rates. How much? A lot. Right? Think about it. Everybody, they're down to here's the 3-4 guys that can replace Jay Powell. Every one of them. Every one of them wants to bring interest rates down to 2% or less. But inflation's 3% plus, 3% that they admit to. So what? We're going for growth. Stubbornly high housing prices. Yeah, you're making them higher. 800-951-00. 0592. I've been telling it to you and telling it to you and telling it to you. You get your gold and silver put away, right? For the stuff, for the wealth you've already accumulated. And then you add Texit on top because you're going to need income. Between now and the end of the year, you have the ability to be a miner in Texit and get daily income. For those of you that are in retirement, near retirement, for those of you that are nowhere close to retirement, you are going to need, everybody, babies, everybody is going to need it. It's limited, though. Once the mine is full, the opportunity for daily income goes away. Now, let's talk about deals. Can you use some of your Texit coin profits? And boy, today, a ton of you got big profits to buy gold and silver from Patriot. Absolutely, you can. It's easy. Yep, sure is. We got some more $half yesterday. Sometimes it just works that way. I've got somewhere around close to 100 rolls. Listen, a roll is $345. That's 7.15 ounces of silver. That's $48.25. That's like $1 under spot. If you buy 25 rolls or more. By the way, I only got 100 rolls. Someone wants to buy a whole bag. They're $340 a roll. The whole bag be $34,000. By the way, a whole bag 715 ounces of silver. U.S. Hallmark. By the way, that puts your price down to $47.50. 5 cents. You know, you got spot gold, 48 and a quarter? 48 and a quarter. 49 and a quarter. Sorry. I missed a whole dollar there. Huge. And then I've only got 35 of these available. I want to give you a $20 gold piece and a roll of those Canadian silver dollars. But here's what's going to be awesome. Ridiculous price. So the $20 gold piece, ready? $4,200 in this package only. $4,200, right? Got spot at $4,150. $4,200. The roll of Canadian silver dollars, $500 only in this special. It's $4,700. Yes, you can use your Texit to do it. $4,700. But here's the thing. The silver, I've got it priced at less than $42 an ounce. It's like $8 under spot in this special. So we're literally giving you as close to free silver as possible here. $4,700. Get you a $20 gold piece and 12 ounces of silver. That's what's in these rolls of Canadian silver dollars. It's a great deal at 800-951-0592. And let me ask you, where do you really think gold and silver are going? Honestly. We just hit $38 trillion yesterday. Nobody even talked about it. Well, I did. Remember, I told you we're almost there. I told you a few days ago. It jumped. We were still like $80 billion away. And we hit it already. That was only a few days ago. That's how fast it's going. What's supposed to happen at the end of the month, beginning of the month? Oh, that's right. SNAP. What's they're saying? We don't have the money right now. Social Security payments, right? You know. Yeah. Get ready. It ain't going to be 38 trillion very long. That's the problem. Plus, it's already in the cake. We know we're getting another rate cut. I think we're going to get 2 more rate cuts this year. Yeah. And guess what? More next year. As soon as they can get rid of Jay Powell. Let's see. More money printing. Cutting rates. Skyrocketing gold and silver. Man, that makes a lot of sense. 800-951-0592. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Thursday. Gold and silver rallying today after the much needed pullback. Right now, gold's up 47, 41.47. Silver's up 87 cents, 49.25. We've got silver at below melt and way below melt. So we have rolls of $0.50, right? $345 a roll. That's $1 under melt. You buy 25 rolls or more. You buy a whole bag. We got 100 rolls. $340. That's like, what, $1.75 under. Unless I got a silver's going to be way over $50. Way over $50. Kind of like I'm telling you what Texas going to do. I'm telling you. What, am I Nostradamus? Am I Johnny Carson? Right? What was that? Who was I forget who he was?
Yes. I know exactly the character.
You know, he ain't put the hat on and all that. Karnak? Am I Karnak? No.
The magnificent Karnak, yeah.
Right? No. They're telling us what they're going to do. They're going to prick the living daylights out of fiat money. And then they're going to go digital. Then I've got the gold and silver combo, a $20 gold piece. Barely over spot. And that roll of Canadian dollars, it's $4,700 for 12 ounces of silver and a $20 gold piece. That silver, by the way, what would that work out to? $500. That works out to less than $42 an ounce. We're approaching like, I don't know, $8 under? Yeah. Those are deals of a lifetime. If some of you, I know some of you were like, yeah, I used gold and silver. I did what Joe and Jason said. I used some gold and silver to get into Texit. Now you've doubled, tripled, quadrupled. Some of you have made 10 times your money. If you want to trade that in for get your gold and silver back, there you go. Here's the way to do it. Only got 35 of those. At 800-951-0592. And I told you, listen, I told you about the government subsidizing everything. You have no idea. You know what? I don't want this to happen. But, man, it'd be... What a wake-up call it would be. Could you imagine if they actually follow? Because, you know, the Republicans are saying this to get people fired up because they're, you know, trying to get the shutdown to end. You're not going to get your food stamps. I mean, there's things all over the internet. They're all talking about looting the stores. That's what they're saying. Hey, we're going to loot the stores. Don't worry. We'll have a free Thanksgiving. And they do it, too. But I want to go to insurance, because if you go back and listen to my shows these years, every time I talked about healthcare, I kept telling you, wait till you see the increases this year, because they blew it. The insurance industries missed it. They didn't realize how bad inflation was really going to get, and they are going to make up for it. It's here. 22 states are already, the ones that run their own exchanges are posting the prices, and people are freaking out. How about, I'll give you a breakdown here of something. Oregon, okay? If you're making $66,000 or less, family of four, you were paying $1,452 for the year. Not bad. What a deal that is. Now, $4,477. And I will tell you, you guys are so lucky because it's not like they're taking all the subsidies away. That's not what they're doing. They're just taking away the enhanced subsidies. That's the sad part. That's just the enhanced subsidies. But how about if you actually make some money? $130,000 or more. Went from $11,000 to $20,000. Ouch. Right? That hurt. That's a family of four. Now, that's bad. Okay? That's not great. Nobody wants to hear that. Think about, $130,000 plus you're in Oregon. I don't know what taxes are, but let's just say 30% goes to taxes. That only leaves you $91,000, and you got to pay $20,000 for insurance, health insurance. That's just for the health insurance. But it gets worse. All you older folks, telling you, for a 60-year-old couple, if you make less than $44,000, you paid $1,000 a month, or not a month, a year. Now you're going to pay $3,000, right? That's not a lot. As everyone knows, wow, that would be dirt cheap, but not dirt cheap at $44,000. It's not, right? Not dirt cheap at $44,000. But wait, what if you did good? How about if you have a 60-year-old couple, $85,000? Okay, now at 60, you're still working. You went from $7,000 a year to $28,000. Whoops. Yeah. This is what we're talking about. And guys, I'm going to say this, $28,000 for two 60-plus-year-olds, that's $2,300 a month. Welcome to what insurance costs. And they're still getting, listen, they still get some subsidies on that number. But Jason, this is something, I don't think people really understand the magnitude of what is happening right now and how much the government really just lied the daylights out of us. Listen, the only reason gold isn't $10,000 and silver isn't $150 right now is because they've been able to lie to the whole world about how much they're really subsidizing the rate of inflation. I mean, and now, guess what, guys? They can't pay for everything anymore. Yep. There you go. You got an extra $28K laying around? Anybody? 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour on this Thursday. Again, the mini meetings here in Arizona. Monday's meeting in Chandler is full. I have spots for Tuesday's meeting in Chandler. 5:30 to 7:30. Guys, I don't know what... I should not have empty spots. Just shouldn't be happening. I know some of you are... I have so many of you say, Joe, I'm not going to do anything for a year. I get it. But you got to know how to do it. Get to these meetings. Get on the exchanges. You can make some really good opportunities because we kind of know what's happening there. So make sure you get signed up for that. Obviously, the sale today is ridiculous. Rolls of silver $50, $3.45. Buy a quarter bag, which is 25 rolls or more, $3.40. And then, of course, the big special at $20 gold piece, the roll of Canadian dollars, only $4,700. We're just literally giving stuff away. And you can use your Texas coin to do it at 800-951-0592.
Yeah, now that the prices come up, I mean, if you were thinking about cashing in, getting your gold back, or getting some metals back, these monthly bumps, right, Joe? That's kind of the time to do it, because it sucks to sell your Texas coin and buy gold and silver like right before it hits. But and Joe, that's something else I was asking. Last I saw it was had gone up a little more, $5.32. How high do you think? Where do you think this will kind of stop about until November?
I don't know. We'll see what the markets decide. We had that big spike last time, right? Got almost to $7. Will we see that again? There are certain things, when the mine in Victoria comes online, when Mansfield comes online, when McKinney in Houston come online, there are definitely opportunities there. CoinMarketCap verifying are essentially validating, hey, we're a real project. Then you could see it go significantly higher. With our liquidity, we have over $10 million of liquidity. That means we're going to support $5.29. We're not controlling the market, but we are there to say, hey, we think this is what we're worth. I mean, think about this. We've raised over $100 million. It's incredible. And it goes up every day.
It's big.
We're approaching 50,000 miners. It's awesome. It's awesome. But I want to go back to these healthcare premiums just for a minute. What are you guys going to do? Look at, we don't know we're supposed to know your, for those of you on Social Security, your COLA adjustments. They pushed it back because the government's closed. I can already tell you, listen, they're going to give you 2.7, 2.8%. And here's the other part that's bad. They've already said, oh, by the way, your Medicare, Medicaid increases are going to, you may no increase. You're going to get no increase, essentially. That's what they're saying. Nothing. Because the health care is going up and it's going to eat up anything else they gave you. You're going to become, you need more income. Listen, a seat, $995. Now, there's no guarantee. We know this. This isn't an investment, right? This is an opportunity that has risk. So far, Bobby's nailed every number he's given us, right? I mean, Jason, we've been in since late April, right? You guys we brought this to you in the first week in May at 50 cents. And he just nails the price. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Just did it again. Right? And of course, we're ahead of schedule. Right? We weren't supposed to be at 529 till next month. And guess what? I'm already going to tell you the price in November going to be higher than 7.
You know what the good thing about last month is when we had the spike and there was a bunch of people that I would call outside the Texas realm started buying and selling it and pushed the price really hard. And then then it came back kind of fast and then it trailed off for a couple of weeks. The best thing about that, when it went all the way back to like $3.85, whatever, is it showed the resiliency against the outside, the Texas family, so to speak, to try to push it below. There was no, one thing Bobby says that I like, he talks about we're building something. We're doing this. This is what we're going to do. So he says, I can't control what everybody else is doing, but I know what I can do about this. This is what gives Joe so much confidence. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, that it does show a real resilience when the outside markets are going to do something in the space, and they're either going to figure it out. And see, what did the outside people, Joe, do? What did they do? They came in and bought it. They were all, I'm going to take advantage of this little thing, and they bought it up, and then they sold it. But it bounced right to where we are at. That's the best they could do is to try to get it to where we're already planning on going. That's really comforting for sure the next 4 months. That look, no matter who comes in here and plays games, it's going to be there. And here's the thing, Joe. When the outside world starts to figure out, hey, we can't bounce this down. This is real. That's why Joe says he doesn't know for sure where the price is going to go, because some people outside of this are going to start figuring out we better stay in this spot.
Remember, we're valuing it at straight bottom line here. There's no 8 times, 10 times, 20 times, right? None of that where we're at right now. But when we get back, I'm going to show you how you can help offset some of these costs. We'll be right back. 800-951-0592. Rolls of silver, $50, $3.45. 25 rolls or more, $3.40. All below melt, $3.45. That's $1 below melt. At $3.40, if you buy 25 rolls or more, $1.75 below melt. And then I've got 35 of my gold and silver special. It's a $20 gold piece and the roll of the Canadian dollars. That's a $20 gold piece, 12 ounces of silver. It's only $4,700. The silver in there, $41 in change an ounce. Silver's getting ready to go back above 50. The only question I have for silver, is it going to be over $75 an ounce before the year ends or under? That's it. That's the question. Right? 800-951-0592. And yes, you can use text it if you would like to. But getting back to this, I want to go back to your 60. And you don't have a lot of money, $44,000. You're now going to go from $1,000 a year to $3,000 a year for your health care. It's $2,000. If you got a 1-pack at Texas at $9.95, and Bobby says $80 by February. Why? Because the whole world will know we're real. And then you'll start evaluating us like you evaluate the other cryptos. Do you know that gives you $8 a day? Essentially almost $3,000 a year. Oh, wait a minute. So I can pay for the health care and still have a few extra dollars to pay for, because the groceries are going to be more and this is going to be more. Everything's going to be more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. We don't think it stops at 80. We think it goes to 800.
The potential of this thing is so exciting, right, Joe? Because Texas stays strong after February, and it's still pumping out 95,000 coins a day or whatever, around that range. Bobby literally has an army of tens of thousands of people that are going to be completely behind him. It's a force to be reckoned with at that point. You don't have to have 1 million people behind something to be big.
No.
20, 30, 40,000 people behind this thing, getting money in their wallets every day.
Yeah. How many people are looking at Texas Coin? Let me give you an idea. Coin market cap. It's like the gospel of crypto. Okay, they track all the big cryptos. Do you know that Texas is the 4th most viewed crypto in the entire world, according to CoinMarketCap? That's a fact.
Everyone's looking.
Everybody's looking. You want to know why? Because they're like, oh, crap, this might be real. It is.
Those window shoppers are going to start to turn into buyers, aren't they, Joe? They're going to stop looking at the fancy new car. They're going to stop walking by and looking at it, and pretty soon they're going to buy it. And watch out.
At $800 on a 1-pack, you'd be making $80 a day. How about an extra $29,000? You're only making $44,000. You can make $29 extra. Do a 9-pack. Are you kidding me? A 9-pack at $80 would generate you $32,000 a year. At $800, that's $321,000. You guys wouldn't even care. Right? Oh, did my health care premium go up $20,000 a year? Yeah, okay. It's okay. I got you. 800-951-0592.